Hello and welcome to this, the fourth of my videos on a more detailed look at my 2022 collection of Tamiya cars and what mods and upgrades I've done for you. Today I think we'll be starting off with the Frog on the ORV chassis, then the Dark Impact on the TD4 chassis, then followed by the Plasma Edge 2 on the TT2B, and the Super Avante on the TD4, and then the Avante 2011 on the Avante chassis. Let's get into it. Right, well, this one, from looking at it, is totally bog stock apart from the obligatory bearings. With this particular one, we got these, I won't say uprated, but redesigned rear shocks. And as with the ORV chassis, or off-road vehicle chassis, we've got independent rear suspension and half shafts, and I've got some tie wraps around the inner boot, and I think some gardening wire on the inner boots to try and keep that on and keep the dust out. And that's about it for it. We've got a TBL-E04 and a stock silver can at the minute. So I may have to do a speed run and then slap something a bit more powerful in. So first off, we've got the Dark Impact on the TD4 chassis, and I believe this is totally stock. Once again though, I can't remember if it comes with ball bearings or not, but if it didn't, then I've added them. But this big beefy prop shaft is stock as far as I'm aware, and I've got something weird going on here because there isn't that much space in this chassis, and I think this wouldn't sit down properly with all these gubbins in, including me 27 megahertz wibbly wobbly. So yeah, I can't remember if it come with a motor. It probably would have been a torque tuned if it had. Yeah, something like that. May have even been a stock silver can, because we went out and I tested it, and on its first run I was flat out, didn't have to back off round bends or anything, and we did a speed run and I think it was absolutely pathetic, which is why we've now got, I think, 120 amp brushless censored ESC with a no named 13.5 turn censored brushless motor in it. And like I say, everything else I think is stock, including the oil shocks that you get. So we'll move on to the Plasma Edge. And here we have the Plasma Edge on the TT2B chassis. And yeah, not many changes other than, as you can see here, I've made my own sort of turnbuckles, and no, I think it does come with oil shocks. I can't remember, they might not do though, so don't quote me on that. And I've also done some tie rods as well for the steering, because normally these are just fixed plastic bars kind of thing, and I've done them rear as well. Again, I've added ball bearings because you don't get them supplied with this, and we've got the TBLEO2 again. I've done a slight mod because, again, for some mysterious reason with Tamiya, they've not really supplied you anywhere to mount the switch properly. So you're just supposed to double side tape it on somewhere around here, but they just fall off. So what I've done is drilled a couple holes, put a tie wrap through, cable tie, and double-sided tape as well to hold that on. And again, we've got one of these no branded 13.5 turn censored brushless motors in with it, and I think that's about it for this one. No other changes, so we'll move on to the Super Avante. So here we have the Super Avante TD4 chassis. It's a new one from Tamiya, and it drives really well. This is the one that I took to the Dubry-Firkin, SummerSlam racing, and unfortunately I forgot to put the battery in, and it took me nearly half an hour to get it in because it is such a pain. As you can see here, there's an R-clip there, there's another one there. You have to take both of those two off, take these arms off, this steering mechanism, which is one of the weirdest steering mechanisms you've ever seen. And let me just move some stuff away and turn it round so you can see that the steering goes down to here, like so. You also, to get the battery in and out, have to undo these hex head screws, and then the whole of this suspension lifts up like so, and then you can slot the battery in, but there's just no space. It's, I don't know, you know, it's one of those Tamiya moving in mysterious ways. The suspension, as you can see, just about was inboard and all of that, and it's really good to build. And honestly, I don't think I would class this as a beginner's build, but hey, I've currently got, I think, a TBLEO2 in. It's hard to tell from there. It might be a 4 actually, but hey. And yeah, there's the on-off switch. Oh, nightmare. And we've got something in there that I've no idea now what motor that is. I may have to take it apart or watch me build videos to find out. I think it might be easy to watch me build video to find out what motor I've put in there, because this is one of the few Tamiya kits from memory that doesn't come with a motor. So I think that's the TD4 quick overview, basically stock. I can't remember if it comes again with bearings, but I've put them in if they don't. And last but definitely not least is the love of my life, the 2011 Avante. And honestly, what a piece of kit. As you can see, this is completely and utterly stock. I've not put anything in it other than I've swapped out the motor, because again, that GT tuned that they specially produced for this wasn't that fast in my opinion, but hey, lots and lots and lots of aluminium, and although if you look down here you may think that those I've added on, they do come with the kit. So the steering again, another kind of weird one, if you can just see there. I don't know if I can get the camera in. And the servo, I can't even remember where the servo is. Oh, I can just see there. There's a servo. There's a track star, which is going to be 13.5 turn, brushless, censored, I think. Turn it round, and no idea. This is an X-Car 60 amp censored ESC. And then if we look underneath, you get a body, underbody, and to get the battery in you have to, it says I can't do it, hang on. Don't worry, I'll cut all of this crap out. I might put that as an outtake though. Yeah, something like that. So, yes, what you need to do is get these R clips out, which is easier said than done. There we go. And there are another two here, but you can just about, by lowering it, actually get at the battery compartment there. And again, I'll probably brighten this up for you. And this is the thing that holds the battery in place with an R clip above, and it can be quite a pain because, oops, don't know if you've noticed, but there are these two struts, one front and one at the rear. And you need to remove them like that as a minimum to be able to get the body on and off. If we look, can't remember where that goes now, but hey. So yeah, ooh, it's not going on, and even with them off, it's quite a fiddle. There we go. And then this has to sit back down like so. And there we go. You can put the R clips in. Can't remember, I think there's two. One at the front here and one here. And that's my Tamiya four-wheel drive off-road buggies. So that's it for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, bye.